everyone, once again, and welcome back to your girl Nita. Welcome back to your girl Nita, straight out of the 242. Now we're going to talk about an interesting topic. The topic is about when men leave. Okay, when men leave, the running back situation with when men leave. Okay, when a man leaves a relationship and he was the type of person that did what it is that he was supposed to do, that's fine. That's fine. When a man leaves a relationship, you leave, you walk away, then that's something that you wanted to do. The woman didn't leave the relationship. The man left the relationship. So if you as a man leave the relationship, then you think me as the woman is going to run back behind you. No, it's not going to happen. So it's story time. I want to share a story about a situation I was faced with when a man left the relationship with me. So, like I say, my content is basically about my lifestyle, godly stuff, travel, and so on. So y'all gonna hear a lot about my lifestyle and so on and everything. So let me give you all the rundown. So me and my child father was in a relationship. Our relationship ended in 2018 and we started one in 2013. We started a relationship in 2013 and it ended in 2018. So it was well over, probably about 5 or a little, say about 5 years, or a little over 5 years. We was in a relationship. Now, the relationship was a relationship whereas I used to take on a lot. I took on most of the responsibilities as a woman when the man's supposed to take care of all of these responsibilities. Go lay down, please. Go lay down, please. So I had to take on all the responsibilities as the woman. And I had to be like on the head trying to tell you what you must do to keep things stabilized. And hey, you have responsibilities too, you know. It's not just me in this, you know. He was living with his mom. He ended up moving in with me. I allow him to move in with me. That's fine. If you're moving with a woman, you should be able to help her out with her responsibilities, not her doing everything. So it was like, I'm the woman. I gotta tell you what you need to do from what you're supposed to do. And he was like a person, he work, leave his job, work, leave his job, work, leave his job. Go lay down, please. Work, leave his job. So it was in a relationship. I was actually pregnant for him twice. The first one I had a miscarriage. Second one, that's when my son was born. So when my son was about 18 months, me and him split. Go lay down, please. When my son was 18 months, me and him split. And it wasn't me that ended the relationship with him. You as a man, you ain't working. Yeah, he wasn't working at the time that we split. I was working. He wasn't working. Most jobs that he had, he always work, quit. I'd be like, come on, man. It don't matter what job you have. Once you're able to be able to do something, that'll be good. You working, leaving a job. There was a point in time in my life where he was working for a security firm. He was working a couple of security firms, but the last one he was working to, after they let him go, I went upon their job myself after I had baby to tell them, give him his job back. He really needs his job back. They hire him back. he leave the job again. Ain't nothing I gotta do. So my thing was, since I had baby time, was for me to go out there and make something happen. Yeah, I was working somewhere, but it wasn't much. So I went out there to go and try to find something else that was more financially stabilized with pay coming in. So anyhow, I was working, got a job where I was making sufficient amount of money that I'll be able to take care of all the bills myself, even though a woman shouldn't have to be taking care of all the bills of herself. A man supposed to know his responsibilities. You're the man, you're supposed to know your responsibilities. So anyways, and there was this evening I got off from work. I came home. He was at home. Of course, he wasn't working, so he's at home. When I came home, it looked like he had company. So the place was like kind of a mess. So the first thing that I did was start tidying up the place. I didn't even take off my clothes yet from work or went to take a bath yet. I just started tidying up the place. When I finished cleaning out the front room area, out the kitchen, I run the water in the tub for me to go bathe. Then I entered the bedroom. He was in the bedroom, in the bed. My kid was inside the playpen. He was only 18 months. And when I walked in the room, he was like, Nita, I think MJ Pampers need to change. And that just blew a steam in my head. I'm like, I just came from work. I just cleaned up the front room. You know, that blew a steam in my head. So I went off on him. I was like, you been home all day. I just came home from work, clean out the front room, clean out the kitchen, run the water in the tub for me to bathe. And you mean to tell me now, you can tell me MJ Pampers needs to change? I said, you've been home all day. You can't get up out the bed to change this pamper. You got to tell me that? Oh, he blew off and steam on me. And he was like, oh, I'm sick and tired of you. I'm sick and tired of you. I was like, okay. I ain't say nothing. The words that come out of his mouth was, I was sick and tired of you. He raged up like a raging bull. He yanked my drawers like he wanted to break up my pillows and stuff. So I remained calm. Because, mister, if you pushing out, you don't cost me no expense whilst you pushing out. He opened up the drawers. I stayed calm. He wanted to yank him out and he calmed down. He yanked all his clothes out the bureau. All his clothes. Throw them in a little basket. And left. His mom don't live too far from me. So, got his stuff and he left. So I said to myself, I said, Lord, if he leave, I run behind him no more. This was the third time. Yeah, I cup and run out. The first two times, I run behind him to get him to come back. I said, Lord, if you go again, I run behind him. I didn't run behind him. He was the one that ran behind me. And he really thought that I was coming back. And I know that was his intention. He thought, because even his words said it itself. Go lay down for me, please, and get from there. You see me talking, Mike? Move from there, please. Yes, so I said in my mind, he really think I can run behind him. I said, I'm not. A man knows what he wants. And if you walk away from something that you want, you can't. You know whether it is that you want it. And the thing about it is, he could talk bad about me as much as he wants. That's fine. The man asked me if I wanted to marry him. 1, 2, 3 times. 3 times. I didn't even answer, said an answer. At one point in time, he told the pastor man, he's like, oh, you're going to be the one to marry us. I didn't say nothing. When he walked away, I did not, and I mean it, I did not run behind him. At the point in time, he was sharing vehicles, so when he left, I had to walk where I needed to go. I guess the bus where I needed to go, but it was fine. It took me about a month or less to get a vehicle. And when he left, yes, I was walking this way and the next. There was a point in time where he saw me walking and he didn't even stop. He drive straight past. And then he can claim he didn't see me. So he said, there are times when I had to go pick up my kid from him after catching the bus from work. His mom would tell him, drop us home. The man will stay in the room, don't move. Stay in the room, don't move. So I get my kid, collect him. If we drive at night, sometimes when I get off, I was after 6 and dark fall early, walking home with my kid whilst you in the room. I'm building up all type of hate and whatever else when you was the one who walk away. I live. You and me living under the same roof. You pack your stuff. You tell me you're sick and tired of me after I came home from work. Clean up the entire place. Tidy up the entire kitchen. Walk in the room. First thing you would say is the baby pampers need to change. Come on, man. You know where a woman's supposed to be out there working hard to take care of the man and all the responsibilities and the man just stay at home. The least you could do is clean the baby pampers. You shouldn't have to tell me that. You should have some respect knowing that, hey, oh, my woman worked hard today. She came home tidy at the place, this, that, the next, trying to make sure I get something to eat and all the things, and you lash out on me, but you're sick and tired of me. Oh, okay. We can get to the point. So he acted like he didn't care. Like he didn't care. One time he saw me on the bus stop. One time. And he walked past me. He drive past and then he reversed. He could tell me, say, oh, you can't bring the baby by my mom because I ain't gonna be there. I going somewhere else. I was like, Mr. Who you talking to? You talking to me? As long as that's his Grammy, I'll bring him there. Then he's like, oh, you wanna ride? That's the first time he gave me a ride. I said, okay, drop me to work, whatever, disappear. After that. The second time when I told y'all, he strolled past me and then said he didn't see me. Whatever he said. So we broke up in 2018, the beginning part of 2018. And he was acting so stink and envious towards me. Then someone else decided to be interested in me. He wasn't checking for me. Those weeks we were broken up. He wasn't checking. When it was time for you to drop me home, I think you didn't even want to get out of bed to come carry me. Your mom used to tell you, come drop me. You never used to drop me. Someone else was interested. And I said I wasn't running behind him. And I put my life on hold. Yeah, we have a kid. We have a kid. Yeah, I loved the man. I wouldn't have been with him if I didn't. I wouldn't even have opened my legs to try. I had a kid for him if I didn't. You know, I wanted a kid. So it happened. So anyhow, someone else was interested. And at the time, it was like I didn't even wanted to go into no relationship. You know, I was like, I have a little kid. I don't want to be like my parents, them, who have children with these men and they break up and you got to be a single mother taking care of the child on your own. But anyhow, I had to. I said, you know what? If not, why not? Why not try? This man was persistent. He would, and the thing about it is, how he got my number was at one type of event thingy that I went to. And he gave me his card. I wasn't going to call nobody's. Then he said, what's your number? Just give him my number randomly. Boom, that's it. He used to message and I never used to check. He used to message me, I never used to check. And after my little boy, the father split, he left. The guy used to message me consistently, you know. I told him, me and my child father break up. He said, what? What happened? Told him the story. So he used to message me consistently, trying to show his interests. While my child father out there was being stink and disgusting against me, so I wasn't checking. It's like, oh, that's how you want to carry on? The woman who been minding you, taking care of you every time you quit a job, bless you with a son. When I was pregnant, he could tell me, oh, it better be a boy. Really? If it wasn't a boy, what you would have do? Neglect the child? But anyways, it was a boy. After he left, he was neglecting, wasn't checking. So the other guy was showing interest. And I was scared. I didn't even know if I wanted to take the chance. So he asked me to go out with him. Yeah, so I told him I can't. I asked my child father if he could have watched my kid, not him. One thing knew I was going on with a guy. He just wasn't checking. He ain't gonna watch the child. I said, all right, cool. I tell the gentleman, I say, I can't go because my child father don't watch the child. So you know what he said? He said, well, you could bring the kid. And this is at night. I dressed my baby, put on warmies on him, dressed myself. And me and my kid went out with this guy. Yep. The first time he took me out was with my kid. The first time we went out, we went to a little hotel area where we just chilled because we couldn't go nowhere out because I had my baby with me. Mind you, like I say, my kid was 18 months when me and my child father broke up. And me and the guy started to talk, and he was like, when we was out that night in the room, my mom called me on the phone and we were talking. I was telling her about the breakup, and I was telling her how, I wasn't the one to leave, he left, I didn't want to leave, of course I would want to make the relationship work because I don't want to be with a kid with no father and all that. And while I'm on the phone talking to my mom, and I'm looking at the guy in the bed, he's just there. And I'm looking in his eyes, and he's looking so savage because I tell him my mom I didn't want a relationship to end, or of course I'd want to make it work. And he looking, and all I seen is the sadness and frustration in his eye, like a man who actually cared, you know. And I did say, Lord, it has to be more than a relationship than when a man truly loves a woman. And this was before me and my child father split. So anyways, like I tell y'all, I told him I ain't running behind. I told God I ain't running behind him. So now that he see me in a relationship with someone, he sees someone else coming by my place. Yes, my place. He only moved in with me. So he saw someone else coming by. He used to come here, making my life a living hell, bombing on the door, bombing on the window while the person was here. When the person in here used to come by my window, no, I can't come out the kitchen window. Oh, Nita, I love you. And crying. Nita, I want my family back. He on my porch crying. Sometimes I used to be scared to come outside. There's a point in time he broke my bedroom window, when the guy was here one night, laying down sleeping. I sleeping. Early in the morning, he come because he see the man go outside. He come bombing on my window hard. Bam. I said, what the hell going on, my child in here? You left me. What you worrying about me for? Bombing on when he broke my window. He didn't even pay to fix my window. I had to pay to fix my own window. Yes, I told the landlord the story about it. You wasn't checking. All of a sudden, you acting like you so care. You told me you were sick and tired of me. Oh, okay. So I didn't check at all. Just leave it be. Then he used to be like, sometimes when I would go there to drop my kid, he used to be like, oh, I want my little family back. Mind you, I used to still help him out because I know he wasn't working. Give him a little slow 20 here, or a little something here and there, if he needed it, just to help him. But they're the people who you help, who stomp you in your back and act like, oh, it wasn't them. All along it was them. Run behind me consistently, years after years. He been running after me. So he said he been single. He tell me one time that he ain't had sex in 3 years. I said, good for you. What that's supposed to mean? You think I am for you to lay down with me? Running behind me. But the thing is, his action never lined up. All he used to be doing is crying, coming around, making all type of horrible suggestions. There was some time when he came outside my work in the parking lot, eyes in the car. He knocked on my window. I just missed and opened the door. The man bite me on my face. Literally bite me on my face on the side. I was like, what? Is he serious? I was trying to remember what I've gotten into him. Running behind me, all the snacks, alcohol. Many times I you cry, but oh, you love me. Yeah, you crying, but you love me. No actions lining up. Nothing. No action lining up. Oh, you just saying these things. You know, there was times in a relationship where I felt sorry. You know, like, Lord, maybe I should take a chance to go back or whatever. But I never given. The times that he wanted, I never given. And he run behind me for basically 4 years. It was basically almost 4 years. Or should I say, 4 years. Basically 4 years he run behind me. Basically 4 years. Before he actually decided to go on in a relationship. And the saddest thing is, to the relationship with he in now, he used to tell me things from the person he now see to cost me leave the person I'm with. And that didn't even work either. And now all of a sudden, he in this relationship with this person. The things he never used to do for me. That's why I tell you, when a man run behind you with words and no action, don't give in. So the times when he used to run behind me and cry and this, that, and the next, and don't blame me, but he was in a jail cell because of me. It wasn't because of me. My partner, he broke his car glass while he came here to see me. And there was a time he came into my apartment. I opened the door just to speak with him. He was talking, but he wouldn't see the child. Open the door. The man stormed in, pushed me down on the couch. Come on top of me, pressing his arms on me like, Mister, what you trying to do? My nephew was right in the background. Then he took my phone, take it and carry it somewhere and drove it away. And that was the same night. I told my partner, so my partner was coming this way. I don't know. He was in the road lurking somewhere. Took a rock and threw it to my partner's glass. Cut up his hands, the glass, because he caused his hand to cut. We had to go down to the station. He was there. Then he could say, me. I holding on to the man in the station. And I checking for you. Mr. Me and you break up. Mr. You was the one who caused yourself inside this situation. And say, I still want to cause him get locked up. Not me. If you're responsible for your actions, who's supposed to be? And the thing about it is, he was so violent when he was trying to get me back. Why in the world I can come back to you and you being so violent? Everything he was trying to be was like so violent. Nothing ever sweet. Everything violent. Everything violently, you know? I was like, so I check. And then when he would talk to me on the phone, all this thing is, I had sex and this amount of time. Okay, so what? So what? You can come back to me just to have sex? So I never flinch. I never gone. What was your actions to match up with your words? Where was your words to match? Yes, where was your actions to match up with your words? If you claim that you truly love me and this and the next and the talk, say, we're supposed to be together forever. Yeah, we're supposed to be together forever. Well, you was the one who drunk, chef, and then you will come up with words, and not even just words. Then you will come up being vicious, breaking at the place, causing problems. The police have to come around. You know, sometimes like, what's going on? So he been running behind me for years of our relationship, going on 4 years, before he decided to jump in this relationship with this woman who whatever, had some type of relationship with the man that I'm with or whatever else. And the saddest thing is, with things which he used to tell him, he used to tell me, to try caught me, leave the guy that I was with, and I do it. That's why I say the relationship he in, I only could laugh. He took this woman out to a hotel, blasting up on his status where he had these, pedals and everything. 2 days later, contact me asking me if I could lend him some funds. I couldn't believe it. Like, really? You can't even you such a good of a man. These things you never used to do for me. You've been running me down for years. No, just words, no actions. That's why I'm happy I never looked back. Then now you trying to paint a picture. All of his salary must just go to the woman. If you think a relationship is based on funding, it ain't gonna ever work. So yeah, he not sexing along in years. You finally get a piece of sex and you think you found the one. That's why I never give in when he wanted me to give in. I never going back to him because you want to behind me with words and you want to be behind me with vicious actions. Not even loving action, vicious action. So I had to go myself to get out of that bondage from him. I said, yeah, we have a son. And once he take care of my child, it's clear as day. When I wanted to partake and give my child a different middle name or name my child, he said, no, he can have my first name, my middle name, and my last name. Okay, cool. You know, that's why let me tell you something, ladies. Let a man run behind you. Let him run behind you for a lifetime if it has to be. If his action can't match up with his words, leave him there. And that's why I leave him there. That's why I left him there. There was a point of time where, because he ain't gonna come around here trying to make it seem, there was a point of time where my partner was, he always travel. And I found myself telling my child father, I still love him. And of course, that would have been something sad because, yeah, we have a whole child together. And it came out of emotions of me not seeing my partner for some time since he travels a lot. But then again, it wasn't my excuse. But then again, MJ, stop, please. But then again, I had to get that out because when you want things inside, when you be like, oh, for years, he been running behind me and I never flinch. I never flinched to say. And it ain't like he would say things as if, oh, I never did love him. I used to do more for the man in our relationship than I do for me. Every birthday, every Christmas, every whatever, he would have stuff. He would be able to get something. This man, I can't even tell him what day my birthday on. The years we've been together. He can't tell you that. He can't even tell you. One time he tried to ask me while we weren't in a relationship when my birthday. Really? You don't know that? Yeah, but then, yeah, like I said, there was a point of time where I told him. And it was before he even got into a relationship. But he probably was trying to go into a relationship at the same time. So he probably was trying to be spiteful, but I didn't care. God will is his will. And then I said, you know what, I happy I got off my chest. I told him, I said, I still love you. You know, I always did love you. It's not that I never did love you. You know, telling him those stuff. Or whatever else. And he's running on, oh, you can't love me all the time. So I wanting you back, you take me back. All the time I tell you this, tell you the next, all the time you cry, you know, whatever. Long story short. So, he didn't jack or whatever else. So, I told my mates, you know, I said, God, forgive me. I said, you know what? It needed to come out, so I'm happy that it did came out. Then I found myself saying, you know what? It don't make sense. You saying these things out of emotions because of loneliness or whatever else. Yeah, I may love him in a way because, yeah, we have a bond now with our kid. He's still young or whatever else. I did more for you in a relationship or whatever else out of a loving heart. And the thing about it is, it was like a relationship where I always wanted to know he was okay. But then again, you can't be in a relationship with someone whereas you giving your all and they ain't giving you in. The both of y'all have to be loving together. And I'm in a relationship with my partner. Give me a minute. I'm in a relationship with a man that I know that he loves me. Sometimes he try not to show some things because he tried to make sure that I'm still on that run for my child, but I ain't. I'm not. And I think about it, I was honest enough to tell him, I say, you know what, I told my child father that I still love him and so forth at one point. And I said why I did it out of emotion because sometimes you be gone for weeks, you know, and I just be thinking about the times or whatever else, you know. But you don't put yourself in those situations when you know what you worth. Don't settle to nobody's standards. You want to come back because of you see me in a relationship with someone, you want to come back. All you got is words and then vicious actions, not even positive actions. You don't want to do this, never, whatever. Now you're in this relationship with this woman and you think you're so good of a man. Start posting videos with him putting flowers all over the hotel. Yeah, you won't have sex in a long time. Yeah, you would do all of this. Putting flowers all over the hotel or whatever. Spooshing up the woman. This, that, the next. Buying her, I don't know, stuff, I guess. Things you will never do for me. So why should I feel sorry for you and the things you'll never do for me? You're doing all these things for the woman. You have a child, yeah. Take care of your child. Take care of your responsibilities. Want to do that I could. So I don't hurt my head over him. I said that's you. When you in a hole, you won't call me. Don't call me. Call the one you with. You know. So when a man went behind you, if his words can't meet his action, leave him there. Leave him there. If his actions can't meet his words, leave him there. All you got is talk. Oh, when I leave him, I break his heart. This, that, the next, and the talk. Really? That man's so stinking, he could be stink when he ready. So I hurt my head. And he feel as if he hit the whatever it is. And so come on. It ain't us. It ain't it. That's why when I watch those stuff that he posts up on his status, I be like, don't hurt your head over, man. When you see him doing stuff he never do for you, especially when you was taking care of the household and taking care of him. Don't hurt your head over that. Let him do whatever it is that he do. God is a God. He reigns on all the just and the unjust. And one thing I know is I'm highly favored. God's hand is upon me, and I will always be prosperous. So I hurt my head. I said the things you never used to do for me, and you blotting about how you was this of a good man. Good on you. You weren't that man with me. So the times when you run behind me for years, you didn't need to run behind me. And I'm happy I didn't give in. I'm happy I didn't give in. Ladies, know your worth. I wasn't trying to make this clip too long, but know your worth. Know your worth. Don't let a man come and sweet you up with words. Let his action meet it. Let his action meet it. That's why sometimes my present guy, he may feel as if I being hard on him. I just make sure sometimes I just put him to the test and make sure you truly love me. You know what? I just have to put him to the test and make sure, because I ain't the woman who just trying to take my words. No. Don't just give me your words. Your actions gotta line up with those words. So anyways, I hope this video was kind of helpful for you. It's a portion of my story, just for the ladies to understand when a man run behind you with just words and no actions, leave him there. When you see him doing the things that he never used to do for you, for someone else, don't worry about it. He wasn't the man that he's supposed to be with you, but he's pretending to be it with someone else. Let him continue to pretend. You know that you did your part in the relationship, and there's someone out there that will indeed truly love you for you. So the relationship that I'm in, when I started that relationship, I said, Lord, I'm going to step out in faith. They were the words that I used. I'm going to step out in faith with this relationship. And that's what I did. Step out in faith. You know, there are many barriers trying to break us and get in between us. The relationship I've been in longer than the relationship that my child father been in a couple months. And the saddest thing is, couple months and then he's saying, oh, he getting married. Let me tell you something, get married. Must he just say or whatever. In the space of a couple months, a man know what they want. That's why you don't give in to them. They spend years with you and then go on the next relationship with someone else and marry you within weeks or months. And I feel sorry for him. That's why the years he went behind me and cried. I feel strong enough to know I didn't give in. I didn't give in. The nights he said, oh, I have sex and this one and this all I can come over. I didn't give in. Didn't give in. Feel sorry for him. Didn't give in. So ladies, know your worth. Don't give in. Don't give in. Don't let no man come tell you with no words. Stay right there, please. No, you get it when I finish. When I finish. Don't let no man come to each other with no words. Let his action match. Know that his heart is genuinely true to you before you do anything. And if that door was closed because of someone not being what they're supposed to be with you, let it stay. Go for me, please. When I finish, I'll bring it. Get out of here. Go, get out of here, please. Like I said, if that relationship ended because a person wasn't what they're supposed to be with you, don't hurt your head. Greater days and better days are ahead. And I am indeed a living testimony. I've been doing it alone. And I will continuously do it alone until the Lord ready for me. Tied or not, you know? I'm in a relationship. I love the man that I'm with. And I had to share that story of men running behind you after they leave. And he run for years. And I didn't give in. Ladies, know your worth. Don't run back to something you ain't sure about. No action line up with the word and then you end up being hurt again. Don't do it. Once again, thank you for tuning in to Nita's channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Push this video out. Don't forget to subscribe. This is your girl Nita, straight out of the 242, and I'm so thankful for the few subscribers that I have, and I know that one day the few subscribers will turn into many. This channel is just starting, and it's gonna be great. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks again for subscribing.